Loshak at. The bottle's getting nifty up the crack and we stacking chips. All of it's what I want. Plus money winners, that's what I'm on. You can say I'm gone. I prefer elevated public sports radio. Time to get educated, get produced. Leave the juice, letting loose with so much abuse that the bookies wanna call it truth. They getting slaughtered. Can't forget Jeff and low baggers in the chat. That's a lethal weapon. We be pubbing.
All right, what's up, everyone? My name's Jose Bouquet. Over there is our guy, Mr. Gokster. Everyone knows us. Where's Peter Loshak, you might be asking? Restarting his computer, but he's a punctual man, that Pete. So he asked us to start the show. He'll jump in the car when his computer's nice and warmed up and ready to go. So we're going to start the show, and we're going to get this thing cracking. Gokster, how are you doing?
I'm doing good this morning, man. Yeah, good reference there. Get the car warmed up, and Pete will be there shortly, guys. We got a nice 10-game card, though, Jose. Looking forward to this slate. We got a nice Canadian teams going here. I always like my Canadian teams, Winnipeg, Calgary, Vancouver. We got my Leafs going on a back-to-back here, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I saw the Leafs were a pretty substantial underdog for their standards.
Yeah, they lost their goalie, Jose.
Well, their Leafs goalies are never actually good anyway. So
no, but he was doing well. So you know us, we thought we're looking at the playoffs, and then all of a sudden the ankle injury happened last game, and now we're on our third string goalie against the New York Rangers. So it should be fun.
So yeah, season's over.
Yeah, pretty much. We're done.
That's good. That's good to hear that, Gokster. I hate the Leafs, so I hate to hear that. It's nice to see everyone in the chat. Sammy Colmer in there, putting in a little Mavs first quarter look in there early. Shout out to Truth Teller, Jay Smooth, Real Deal Prime, J Dub. All you guys are members. Serious business. Appreciate you guys. Reminders before Pete. And by the way, Pete came in here immediately. He was like, "I need to restart my computer," and I was like, "All right, go ahead, do your thing." And everyone knows how Pete is. So he's like a groundhog. We have to get him out of his hole, to make sure he doesn't see his shadow, and he can ready to rock and roll. But like I said, he'll be here in a second. Some reminders as we go into the show. As always, don't forget the main reminder is Pullapalooza in March. It's going to be a good time. Gokster and the Canadian bunch are already planning their trip. The group text is being made. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I expect to see everyone in the chat in here as well. It's my backyard, so obviously I'll be there. And if you're nice enough, I will pick you up from the airport. So let me know, obviously. But it's going to be a whole lot of fun. March 22nd to the 24th. Some people are getting in on that that Wednesday to be at the bar on Thursday because March Madness Day 1 is that Thursday. So, a lot of people want to be in the bar for that. So I don't blame anyone. It's going to be fun. We have a lot of TVs at the bar, watching all the games, et cetera, et cetera. It's a good time. So Pullapalooza this year, Pullapalooza 3, come in, have fun. It'll be a whole lot of time.
Be there, guys. Be there.
Yeah, Gokster's a veteran. This is a
hell of a time. So you said 22nd to the 24th, Jose?
Yeah, March.
All right, man.
The weekend in March. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And I'll say this. Our host was there last year, and I think we've made him comfortable enough with us all so he can come back this year. Welcome back, Peter Loshak. Hello, Pete. How are you doing?
Pete?
Oh, not bad. I'm gonna need a little bit more comfort this year, but I expect that you will all deliver and come through for me. No, I'm kidding around. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm mostly concerned about my computer being okay. How's it right now? Are you getting everything good?
You sound lovely. Except, of course, I'm gonna have to shake you down and give you headphones when I see you at Pullapalooza.
Oh, fuck. Yes, Jesus Christ. You know what? People are gonna be like, what? I have no hats or jerseys or anything in the background. I should have a hook with headphones on it, so that if I ever forget them, I can just rip them off, put them in 2 seconds, and make you happy, Jose Bouquet. That's what I'll do. Yes. I make that commitment to you, Jose Bouquet. I'll put a fucking hook right here. We'll get some headphones. If I fuck that up, you can just hand me headphones at Pullapalooza. I'll put them right there. They'll be there every friggin' show, Jose.
Yeah.
Do I need them right now? Are you echoing? Am I echoing?
Well, it's a little bit, but it's okay. We'll manage and rock and roll. Yeah, those who watch the show know that we're not an A production here, but the damn picks are what matter here. So shout out to you. But yeah, I'm going to look at your computer. I'm going to analyze what headphone jack you have, and then at Palooza, I will be giving you headphones no matter what. So I'm excited
take care of
to
you.
see that.
Wait, there's an echo right now?
No, you're good right now, but it'll come and go.
All right, sorry about that, but yeah, the picks are what matters. I feel like I'm pretty. I don't like to. God damn it! All right, I'm gonna stop jinxing myself left and right in life. Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty well prepared for today's show. I'm feeling pretty confident about the card. One game in particular in the NHL that I'm very interested to talk about with you, Mr. Gokster. NBA, that'll be an interesting one, right? The Lakers coming off the in-season tournament win, and now they're going up against Dallas. I mean, I'll just say it right now. Obviously, you fade the Lakers in this spot. I don't know. We'll see what the comments section has to say. And then college basketball. Oh, Sammy Comer. There you go. See, there you go.
First comment of the show. There.
That's lit.
College basketball. I think I got a few looks that I'm liking as well. I think it's going to be a pretty good show. I do. I really do think that. All right, ready to go? Let's look at the comments.
Pete, real quick, I have a question for you, Pete, because good old Jimmy the Bag, shared some more information about you. You're a long sleeper, I've heard, Pete. You go on Friday, then you wake up on Sundays, I've heard.
You got to drain all the shit. You got to drain all the shit out of your brain. The brain is a very complicated organ, complicated organ of the human body. And mine is a little fucked up. I don't think that's a secret, right? I mean, I think that I have, I'm a long sleeper, and we won't talk about, just a quick aside. Sleep I've done a lot of research on it in my life. It's mostly genetics based. Did you know that there are genetically some short sleepers who literally only need 3 hours of sleep a night, and it's not like they can get by. They're actually super functional, and we think that in the annals of history that a lot of the leaders of countries have been the people who only genetically needed 3 hours of sleep a night. God, I would kill for that.
My supervisor, Pete, he's 67 years old. He sleeps 4 hours. He's been working at the site for 42 years. Like, he's just
right. Now, if he ever gives you shit for not being motivated or you tell him no. Pete Loshak told me that's 100% due to genetics. So eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Told me. Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It is true. But life isn't fair.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right, though, Pete. You're right.
Million different ways. You just hope that overall life isn't too unfair in your case. And if it is, all right, you say, fuck it. Just being born was unfair in your favor. So, But yes, that is true. I do have some sleep issues. I try to manage it as well as I can. And but more than sleep issues is I have doubting myself issues when it comes to handicapping. Last week I didn't do that. I don't know if you caught it, because I said after the it turns out I think that the Survivor thing was great. First of all, Jim got the money. I want him to have it, right? Sure. Second of all, they always say if something bad happens to you, you learned a lesson. It might not have been worth it. That was a very good lesson for me to learn, because I'm no, I'm not going to overthink myself. Of course, I listen to what other people have to say, but mostly I'm just going to trust myself. Mr. Gokes, did you happen to see what happened in the NHL in the show last week? Did you happen to catch that, or?
Well, it's been a while. I can't even remember yesterday right now, Pete.
Yeah. All my picks won except for one that was close. It was the under in that Calgary game. Everything won except for one pick, which was okay. And then there were a few other leans, including Chicago first period money line, which won. I took them to score a goal officially. That one cashed, but they did win the first period. So I think the main thing, I am conquering Jose Bouquet after all these years, and we're gonna do it again in this show. You ready?
Buddy, I'm ready to go. You're the best capper of the capper I know, so.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's look at Big Red Boo, Nut Flush, Alan. Shout out to everyone in the comment section. Kelly McGinnis. We got everyone here. Can I turn up my audio a little bit just so I can hear you guys a little bit better? Because in addition to having self-doubt problems and sleep problems and memory problems, I have some hearing problems. So, all kinds of problems. Multi-handicapped here.
Yeah, right. Do your thing, Pete. Turn it up.
But yeah, if I do cause an echo with my current level of audio on my computer, just let me know and I'll turn it down. I'm going to turn it up just a teeny bit though. All right.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Shout out to Nut Flush, motherfucking Allen. Shout out to Ron Crawford, NHL Spreadsheet Play of the Day, Vancouver. Huge shout out to Ron Crawford for everything you do and have done for all these years. That is very friggin' interesting. Anytime Ron Crawford's spreadsheet play of the day is something that comes from a game that I'm confused by, that always tells me it's going to be one of his spreadsheet play of the day winners, because that's an interesting game. Very interesting that he chose that as a spreadsheet play of the day. Not an accident. We will talk about that game in a second. Shout out to Razor Sharp Picks. Let me just glance at the comments section to make sure. I'm sorry.
Saying what's up to Razor.
Yeah. Shout out to Noli. Wow, we got Big Ragu. Let's hang out. He lives in Florida. I can't come down to Florida, Big Ragu. Can't wait to see you in Texas, though. If you lived in the Bronx, again, we would be hanging out this weekend. Shout out to Noli Knows. God, what an impressive guy, Noli. What a comment. People don't even get it. Big Ragu, Nutflush Allen, Truth Teller, Ron Crawford, Razor Sharp Picks, Noli Knows, Nasty Nate. What a friggin' crew. I know that's what sorority chicks say about themselves. And what'd you say?
The gang's here, baby. Let's rock.
Yeah, the gang's here. All right. I'm just looking to make sure we didn't miss anything. All right, let's start. NHL, Mr. Gokster. First game is not one of the games that I think I love, but it's something that I think I may be seeing. Toronto at the Rangers, right? Toronto on a back-to-back. They lost to the Islanders last night. I did have the Islanders last night, but I was tailing someone else, not my own cap, but I tailed it and won with that. Of course, Toronto had won 4 or 5 before that. The Rangers, great, winning. Then they lost 2 games in a row. Then they beat LA at home in their last game. Of course, LA was winning game after game after game on the road and finally lost at the Rangers. And obviously the Rangers overall are great. The question is, I have a little bit of a tough time analyzing Toronto right now. On the road as a dog is the kind of spot that in general I don't like to fade Toronto with. I like to fade them at home as a big favorite. On the road as a dog, I usually like to bet on them or pass. Does seem, though, that the Rangers at the short line is probably the way here. What do you think, Mr. Gokster?
Yeah, I was saying off the top there, Pete, the back-to-back, like you brought up, it's a dad's trip. One thing to know, it's not a mom's trip. The mom's trip is the one we like to bet on. Jimmy, we always like to say that. It's the mom's trip. The dad's trip, it's not so much. They're all getting drunk. They're all chirping each other, so it doesn't matter. But they got their third goalie going here, Pete. Joseph Wall went down last game, guys. That's killer. Yeah. Season's over for the Leafs. No, it's not. But it's they got their third goalie here. He came in for 10 minutes, Pete. Did okay. But Martin Jones overall it's tough for me to trust him, at least. That was his first start in over a year. He played 10 minutes. So see how he bounces back here. They have 4. I have a lot of stats here, Pete, that are going to tell you who's been scoring double digit scoring for these teams. Toronto's got 4 players double digit scoring. I was going to say it's 4 players scoring. Mm-hmm. And then the Rangers had 3 players double digit scoring. So it's kind of a wash there. It's just the goaltending is where I would lean towards the Rangers here. The scoring does drop off a bit for the Rangers at home, but with the weak goaltender in Toronto and Jones, there is a lot of question marks in this game. I have over 6 minus 120 as a possible play here, Pete. With no Giordano still lingering, he's close to coming back. Cat goes out, Harpur, and then Hedl is still day-to-day for the Rangers. Power plays are both above 25%. Toronto's got a strong 86% penalty kill. I lean to the over. I have to, just with the tired legs. I think with Toronto come third period here, you're coming up to the Christmas break here too. It feels like a Rangers win. It feels like an over. It feels like maybe a Rangers team total over here, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe a Rangers team total over, Pete, could possibly be the look here. I'm going to stay off my over 6. I don't feel like I got enough points in the courtroom right now. But the Rangers team total over.
Yes.
I think they put Toronto in a good spot here. Toronto's just third goaltender in a back-to-back. Not going to be easy, even though they're going from Long Island to where you are, or Manhattan, Pete. So it's not a far trip, but still.
Eric Jones likes the under. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, over and team total over. Interestingly, though, if Nutflush Allen was leaning towards the Rangers team total over, he probably would have mentioned something at this point. The line has moved about 15 cents in the Rangers' favor. Not a shock. It was like minus 150 when I saw it. Now it's up to minus 165. I you know what? I feel a little bit nervous about the team total over, but I will take a shot with the Rangers. Not going to overthink it. Rangers, let's go Rangers. I'll take a -1. -1, -105. Current line at Pinnacle. You might be able to find better somewhere else. Even after the move, I'll take it. Rangers -1, -105. Definitely leaning over, and the team total over for the Rangers at 3.5 at plus 100. That feels like it's got to be a little bit more than a 50% proposition there. Martin Jones, we don't like him, right? Or what do you?
It's just I don't know if they're going to have enough. I looked up something quickly here, guys. 5-on-5. Toronto on the road, Pete. 5-on-5. They're 27th, 22 goals. They're ranked 27th, 5-on-5. So I don't know if they're going to be able to score. I don't know if they're going to keep up. Rangers are a top team here too. Shesterkin, looking at his numbers really quickly again here for you guys. 3-2, 912 save percentage, 265 goals against. So sub 3, above 900 save percentage. Yeah, maybe even a Toronto team total under 2.5 could be pushing it, but I don't know if Toronto's going to be able to score enough here, Pete.
All right, yeah. With Martin Jones, when a goalie's come, even if he sucks on his first appearance back, it's very dangerous to be like, oh, this guy sucks, fade him automatically. I am going to fade him, but with the Rangers, I'm not going to take that team total over, although it's tempting. And yeah, there you go. Wow, everyone's in the comment section. Oh man, they're having more fun in the comment section than you and I are here, Gogi. I wish we were in the comments.
Time off, you take the time off right now, and you get drunk with the fam, pub sports. It's a good time.
Yeah,
great times.
Jimmy Gomez in the comment section. Hell yeah. And Eric Jones likes the under. Okay. And Tim Montana Bronx. Anyone here stop by the poker game? Yeah, I might stop by, Tim Montana. I'm not going to play and let everyone. I'll just give my money away. I'm not going to fucking play in that shark of a game. All right. And Real Deal Prime likes the over. All right. I'm taking the Rangers -1, and I will and Jimmy Gomez says no play for him on the Rangers game. All right, let's move on. Yeah. Tell me what you think about this one. You ready, Mr. Gokster? Carolina, Ottawa. This is the one bet that I did bet pretty big on the overnight line, right? Carolina, Ottawa. Carolina is a road favorite, right? They're on a road trip, lost all 4 games on the trip, pretty bad. Before that, they had been fine, winning more than 2/3 of their games. Ottawa, a decent team. They blasted Detroit on the road in their last game. They've won 3 of 4. So the question here is, and I just want to get your take on this because you follow this shit so closely. Carolina, is there something fundamentally wrong with them or not? I'm willing to bet that they're not, and they did have one of those players-only meetings. You know how much I love that, and I love to bet on teams, especially if they're fundamentally not terrible, after a players-only meeting. You know what I mean? Like if we had some video and you went 2-7 and I went 1-5, and we had a cappers-only meeting, we would come out and chill at the next show. I like Carolina here. I bet them big on the first period, and it's just -125 or so. I would also be leaning Carolina -1 and the Carolina team total over. Ottawa's okay, but I feel like it's a good spot to bet on Carolina. You're not getting a big line here unless you can tell me that there is something fundamentally wrong with them. I like Carolina, especially early. What do you think, Gogi?
Me and my goaltender speed. I'm always going to tell you about the goalies here, and their goalie situation. It's not pretty. It's very problematic, guys. Ranta is going to be going here more likely than not. I believe it's confirmed. He's 1-3 with an 813 save percentage in the last 5 games, 4.32 goals against. So, and then on the road, Pete, he's 2-4 with an 862, 365. It's just they're getting no product. They don't have the belief, the trust. Like I know, just playing hockey, even me, I was actually a goalie, Pete. Funny enough, but if you could just get the trust, if you have a goalie, everyone knows in hockey, you get a good goalie between the pipes. It just feeds. It's the confidence. It's like a quarterback almost, Peter, like a pitcher. That's kind of the goalie, I would say. And the Hurricanes just don't have that goalie that they're relying on. They still have no Anderson. He's been out for a while. The big issue here, or not issue, is scoring. There's so much scoring, I think, between both these teams. The most amount of players that have double-digit scoring at home is the Ottawa Senators, Pete. They got 8 players. That's almost 3 lines that have double-digit scoring.
I don't mean to cut you off, but this is very important. I'm seeing Kochetkov expected.
Kochetkov's going? Okay,
yes, expected. Not confirmed, but expected.
That helps a bit, but like we saw how he was against, who was it, Edmonton? I was talking with Jimmy. He let in just 2-3 stinkers in the first period, got pulled. I think there's going to be goals, Pete. That's kind of where I'm trying to get to here. Both these penalty kills are below 80%. 5-on-5 scoring. Ottawa's 3rd in the NHL. On the road, I just looked up quickly, guys. Carolina's in the top 10. And he got, for the most part, subpar goaltending. It doesn't matter who's going, in my opinion, Ranta or Kochetkov. And then Korpisalo, 3-3 at home with a sub .900 save percentage, 3.38 goals against. I think there's going to be goals here with both these teams. Ottawa still can't afford losses. They've had just such an inconsistent start. They've won 3 of the last 4, playing decent hockey, and they're more of an offensive-minded team. And without Carolina, I would say the same thing. So I'm doing a double up, Pete. Both teams to score first. Both teams to score first period. It's been a while. We're going back to the well there, plus 150. And I'm doing a double up too. Both teams to score 3 goals, plus 155. I think we're going to see plethora, as Jimmy likes to say, of goals here. So double up spot plus money.
Okay, let me see. Nutflesh Allen says, Pete, if he is concerned in net. Yes, bet the team total over Rangers. Okay. So Nutflesh Allen does like the team total over the Rangers. Okay, I have already taken the Rangers -1 as an official play, and maybe I will add that one in. Okay, so you made some very interesting comments here, Mr. Gokster. Now, I hope that I don't stick to my guns and take Carolina, and then it loses, and then all my resolve to trust myself goes out the window. But no, a couple losses here and there is no problem. I agree with you. I also kind of like the over and the first period over and the Carolina team total over and all that stuff. And Ottawa, I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, Pete. They're more volatile on the road too. Yeah. I was just like, I have my numbers here say weaker +-2 on the road than at home. So they're not as accountable. You could say they're a little more they have problems on the road. They're more of a bet on team, I would say, guys, at home. It showed with those 4 losses up here in Canada. So.
Okay, well, I will definitely throw on Carolina first period money line -124 current line at Pinnacle. I probably should take the -0.5 line at +173, but I'll just take the money line -124. I do think they're going to come out strong, so I like the Carolina first period team total over, even at -198, and I agree with you that the first period over 1.5 at a low line is probably a decent play as well. Let me see. Yeah, all right, and I'll take the first period over as well. Carolina. Yeah, go ahead.
Mike in the chat, our guy Nutflesh Allen saying just don't overthink it, just the over. Yeah, I can see it going over too if you want to just take the over 6.5 here, Carolina, Ottawa. I just think both of these teams are going to just trade goals back and forth, to be honest.
I mean, Carolina on this road trip, their problem has been that their big scorers aren't scoring, like Aho and all those guys. That's probably just a little bit fluky, a little bit of variance, and a little bit of a low energy. I mean, they should be decent offensively in general, right? Has anything changed from when they were winning 2/3 of their games?
Well, I'm just – so I don't know if I can answer that question, Pete. I'm just going to go game for game. Your first period could very well be live because these 4 games they've played – I don't usually see this. 4 games they've played, they've been down in the first period in all 4 of these road games. So you can't tell me – you know what, Pete, that Carolina first period is a sneaky play. I just worry the fact that they're going to allow a goal again, just like they've been doing against all these teams. So, very interesting.
All right.
Look there, yeah.
So I got a lot of leans. Officially, though, I'll just put Carolina first period -124 and the first period over 1.5 -136. We'll glance at the comments section, and then Cheshire Cat says, I think there's locker room problems. Yeah, but supposedly they were talking.
Carolina? With what team? Carolina, I
think. I'm assuming he's saying, yeah.
Yeah, okay, it could be. I think it's the goaltending doesn't help. Like that Edmonton 6-1 didn't get any better. They're not losing. Like they lost 2-1, 3-2, 4-3. So they're not getting blown out. That 6-1 loss against Edmonton was ugly, but they haven't getting necessarily blown out. So I think Carolina is going to put their best foot forward here in this game. I guarantee you that. It's just I don't know if they're going to get the goaltending they've needed all series. And Ottawa right now, they're playing good hockey, guys. So I think over's the play.
Huge shout out to Truth Teller talking about CS:GO. Yeah, there's a lot of I certainly don't have the time or the know-how to handicap that but there's people that I tail here and there, and there are big edges that can be had in esports. And shout out to Truth Teller, and post anything you want to post to us in this comment section. Absolutely, that is I definitely am aware of that, and would love to have. I just don't have the time to do it myself. All right, let's move on, Mr. Gokster. Arizona Pittsburgh, next game on the card. You know, Arizona on a back-to-back. They lost at Buffalo yesterday, 3 straight losses. Before that, though, they had been winning. And Pittsburgh, again, I don't know. You tell me what's up with this team. In the beginning of the year, everyone was saying that Pittsburgh, you know, they have aging stars, but they're deep, so it's going to be good. They're going to have a good year. That has obviously not been the case. When will that turn around? I'm not sure, but they've lost 4 in a row now. They're just not really scoring. You know, they had a small run of winning a couple weeks ago, but they're mostly losing now. And here they are, a big favorite against Arizona. I'm not sure if I love Arizona full game, but I definitely am leaning Arizona first period. What do you think about this one? Arizona-Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh a big favorite.
Yeah, I guess the manager they picked up, Pete, Dubas from Toronto, guys. He's got a little hot water, I guess, right now. They don't know who to blame, so they're blaming Dubas. They can't score. They can't score. They've had 4 goals in the last 10 games. One time they've scored 4 goals in the last 10 games. They've just been an under-trending team, Pete. You know, one over in the last 10 as well. Arizona's on the back-to-back, but they're going with their stronger goalie here tonight, guys. Pete, they got Ingram going. They had Vejmelka going last night. You got Ingram going tonight. They drop their scoring drops off though on the road, Pete. That's what I noticed. They only have two players double-digit scoring on the road. But then on the other side here, looking at Pittsburgh, they're not doing much either. They got 3 players, and one of them might not be going in Brandon Rust. So they don't have Rust. Achari looks like he's day-to-day too. Sandpaper on the 4th line. Nieto, Raquel. Strong power penalty kills, for both teams above 80%. 7% power play for the Pittsburgh Penguins at home. Just brutal. The more I'm thinking about this, you know, originally I had Pittsburgh money line tied in with a parlay, but what am I trying to do there? I think this game, I think it could go under, if anything, guys. I would think this game would be going under. It's going to be a back-to-back too for this team. They got their stronger goalie, Arizona. Pittsburgh has a back-to-back starting tomorrow, Pete. They're going to be on the road at Montreal. They're missing one of their top scorers in Rust. He's not going to be in this game. Both of these goalies, save percentages are above 900 home road splits. I think especially if Russ doesn't go, I'll hold off on this one, Pete, but I'm probably going to be on the under 6.5 in this Arizona-Pittsburgh game. No problem.
I was thinking under as well. Interesting, the line hasn't moved. I will throw on one official play right now. I'll take Arizona first period money line, plus 140 current line at Pinnacle. First period money line, plus 140. And I'm thinking that the under, I can't not take the under. It just feels like I just don't know whether I should take the 6 minus 106 or the 6.5. I guess I should just take the 6 just in case they get blown out. So I'll take the Arizona-Pittsburgh full game under 6. Minus 106 current line at Pinnacle. So that's 2 official plays for me on this one. I'll hold off on the Penguins team total under, which is 3.5 minus 112. That's very tempting as well. Under, you think that's trap? Yeah, Eric Jones likes the under. He likes 6.5. 6.5 be like minus 137 right now. Is that trappy?
Pittsburgh team total under 3.5 at minus 112. They've only hit it once in the last 10 games. I think you might be onto something with that one, Pete. Pittsburgh, they've been hot in the first period, guys, but they can't close teams out. They really can't. And this Arizona team, they're going to be on a back-to-back. So I don't know if they're going to be able to close this one out. Pittsburgh needs a win. I do think Pittsburgh win this one. Low-scoring game. I can't bet Pittsburgh right now.
All right. I would. I probably. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I probably should have taken the Pittsburgh team total under instead of the full game under. But I'll just go with that, leaning that way as well. All right, Mr. Gokster. Next game on the card: Detroit, St. Louis. Another one. Tell me what you think about this. Detroit, of course, they are on a back-to-back. They lost at Dallas yesterday, 3 losses in a row now, and they're kind of banged up, right? Before that, they had been winning game in and game out, but they are banged up. The list of who's out. Dylan Larkin, I believe he's going to be out. He's definitely banged up. He's out, right?
Yeah, he was face planted on the ice there a couple games ago.
Yeah. Now, St. Louis, they've lost 3 in a row, but before that, they've been kind of 50-50-ish. You know, they were on the road, not doing well. Now they're coming home, and I think it might be, a good spot to take St. Louis. My only concern is just that Detroit, they're bringing up all these guys from the AHL to replace those stars, and they might be, decent, motivated, good, and for that reason, kind of a trap. But St. Louis, it feels like they're kind of salty as well. So if they weren't that salty, if they were like, it was a better team as a much bigger favorite, then maybe I'd take a shot with Detroit. But seems like St. Louis should be the play here. What do you think?
Yeah, actually, I caught this. I caught their farm team, Pete, on the weekend last week. So they called up Burgeon, right winger. This he's the real deal. Aston Reese, you guys remember him from Toronto, and then Austin Cernak. So a lot of the two players there are veteran players. Those guys have been in the NHL for a while, Aston Reese and Cernak, and then a young player in Bergen, Swedish player. So they called up. I wouldn't say it's not goal scorers like Cernak and Austin Reese. They're not going to be putting the puck in the net. There's not a lot of speed there. This Bergen guy could, but I think it's his second game in the NHL. So I feel like this could be an under game. You got Husso, guys. Everyone knows Ville Husso. He came from this St. Louis team, Pete. Now he's with Detroit. So he's going up against his former team here. Binnington's been really good at home too. 5-2, 924 save percentage. St. Louis is healthy. And then looking at the Red Wings, guys, they're missing Perron. He's going to be out suspended. Costin, Larkin, and then Comper. Missing 2 double-digit scoring on the road here, including Perron and Comper. So they're missing some offense, Detroit. St. Louis doesn't scream offense to me. 7% power play at home. I'm going to take the first period under here, Pete. I hope I don't get bit here, but, Husso going up against his former team, I think he's going to be jacked up for this one first period. They're missing some offense. They were a back-to-back last night at Dallas, too. I believe so. Yeah, they played Dallas last night, right? Yeah, they did. They played Dallas last night. So they got a back-to-back, too. Husso's ready for this game, in my opinion. I wouldn't mind the full game under, too. And both teams have lost the last 3 games. So I think we'll see a defensive battle here. I like the first period under. It's plus 120.
I agree with you. I was leaning under. A little bit concerned that the line has, I think it's moved the other way. It's, not really. Just almost no movement on the total as of right now. Although a 15-cent move in favor of St. Louis, which makes sense. It was open. The first line I saw was minus 125 or so. Now it's up to minus 140. And once again, I'll go with my initial feelings on this one. I don't like the fact that the guys coming up for Detroit are going to be hungry and probably good. But St. Louis, I think they're salty. I'll take them, not -1. I'm just going to take the money line minus 140, and I'm also going to take the under at 6.5 minus 103. Current line of Pinnacle under 6.5 minus 103, and St. Louis money line minus 140. We'll see how it all turns out.
I like those picks. But the guys they're calling up, it's not going to be a lot of offense. Aston Reese and Cernak are not. They're more of just forecheck guys. They're more sandpaper, if anything, Pete. I like that play there. I do like your play. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. Only thing I worry about, I guess, would be the penalty kills they're sub top 20. They're in the bottom half of the NHL. So hopefully these teams stay out of the box, but I like your under too.
Yeah. True Teller says, I've been watching NFL for 30 years. It's one of the hardest things to bet. I don't know. I'm having a pretty good NFL season. True Teller, let's just trade NFL and CSGO picks. Let's trade them, baby. Let me see. Rodney M says, I'm sorry?
I want some CSGO picks too. It's been a while, but
yeah. Let's see. Londo gives us a UFC best bet. All right. Lucas Almeida, I'm going to copy and paste that. Justin McElvey, was there an NHL spreadsheet play of the day? Yes, Justin McElvey, Vancouver. We haven't gotten to that game. A very interesting pick for the spreadsheet play of the day, but we will get to that. Philly Eagle Flyer likes the Blues and the over 5.5. Londo back in St. Louis. Yeah, I'm taking. I'm sorry.
I like that. Combine, or I don't know about the over 5.5. Sorry. Maybe combining like an under 7.5 in the Blues money line.
Yeah,
that's something I don't mind too. But
Eric Jones says 3-16 under spot for Pitt, and that's why I was thinking, and I did bet that, and I'm gonna take it. Big Ragu likes Panarin over 3.5 shots for the Rangers. Big Ragu posts something like that. Give it 2 or 3 looks. Think about that, boys. Panarin over 3.5 shots. Huge shout out to Big Ragu. Can't wait to hang out with you again.
Hey Pete, call him the bread man.
What?
They call Panarin the bread man.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. I got a lot of NHL picks, but I think I'll be all right. All right, Philly, Nashville. Both these teams have been playing well recently. Philly won at Colorado last game, 4 straight wins. Before that, they had been losing a few. And Nashville, maybe a little bit under the radar, one of the better teams in the NHL. Beat Montreal last game. They've now won 4 of 5. Saros and Hart both playing well. I assume that they're both expected in goal. I was thinking probably lean Nashville and first period and lean under. Those are my leans. Haven't bet it yet. What do you think, Gogi?
Two teams I don't want to fade right now, Pete. One for their last 5. They're both healthy right now. 4 players double-digit scoring on the road for the Flyers, 2 for the Nashville Predators. I'm not fading this Flyers team at all anytime soon. They're only a 6% power play though, Pete, on the road. So, that tells me we want to know what the hell they're doing 5-on-5 here. And I'm going to do a couple clicks here, and I'm going to tell you that. So the Flyers, I imagine they're at the bottom half here. Philly. They're actually, whoa, look at this. Goals for 5-on-5 on the road. They're 4th in the NHL, just behind the Bruins, the Kings, and the Sabres. So the Flyers are actually, they've been playing really well, especially on the road. I'm not in any rush to fade just based on that, like how they've been playing. Hearts, this Nashville team, like both of these teams are very similar, and their records are telling you that 15-12, 15-3, or 13. I lean to another under, to be honest, in this game, guys. That's kind of where I'm going in this game here. Both of these goalies, 930 save percentages, above 930 in their last 5 games, above 900 home road splits. Both teams have won 4 of the last 5, like I said. I'm gonna take the first period under here again. I'm going to have a couple first period looks. I'm not going to do full game. I'm just going to stick to the first period here. We're into December here. Every month is different. Like I swear, guys, November, goals, Pete, over. Yeah. It's just goals galore. And then December, it slows down a bit. I feel like how I've been capping hockey in the past. So haven't had a no goal in the first 9 in a while. I'm going to stay away from that. We'll just do it under first period, Pete, 1.5. Plus 120 I found there. So, or no, sorry, plus 105.
Why don't you like the full game again? Under?
The full game, it's just the way both of these teams, like the Preds here, I don't mind it. It's just the way the Preds have been playing, like 5-1 against Tampa, 4-3 against Chicago, 2-1. I don't mind the full game. It's just me doubling up. I guess I have so many picks. I'm trying to cut back on how many picks I give. So I'm trying to, I guess, not double up. And hopefully I didn't choose the wrong sides here in the first periods, but I do think I think that we're going to see a low scoring, but I wouldn't talk anybody off the full game. Especially sorry, Pete, one more thing. 87% penalty kill for the Philadelphia Flyers here too. So this is a really good hockey team. So I didn't realize actually how good they were. I would be leaning towards Philadelphia in this game, and maybe a Philadelphia in like an under. That's kind of where I'd be looking, but I'll stick to the first period under.
Yeah. All right. I completely agree with you. I will make the full game under, though, not the first period of play. I'll take the under 6.5 minus 132 current line at Pinnacle. It does make me, there's been a bunch of games this year, more than a few, where I've liked the full game over, and it's been like, 1-0 after the first period, and then like 2-1 or 1-1 after the second period, and then nothing really happening. And then all of a sudden at the end of the third period, all of a sudden a bunch of goals score, and it's like 4-3, and I'm like, where did that come from? I just checked 8 minutes ago, and it was 2-1. So I'm really worried that that's going to be this kind of game. I wish I could kind of take score after or total after the second period, but I'll just take the full game under 6.5 minus 132 for my official play here. Andrew G said first look is under 6.5, and Chan King asking for a top pick, asking just you what your top pick is. So you think about that, Mr. Gokster. He's not asking me. He needs your top pick. Yeah, Jacqueline. Shout out to Happy Holidays. Happy Holidays right back at you, boo. Shout out to you, Jacqueline. All right, let's move on, Mr. Gokster. Florida and Seattle. All right, Seattle has now lost 8 in a row. Right, just losing. I believe that guy Chris Dredger is supposed to be in goal. Is he? Let me see. Who's? I got
Joey.
Joey Decord. Yeah. All right. So is Seattle an auto fade? Now you got Florida, who is maybe improving a little bit. They've now won 3 in a row. Big road favorite line here for Florida. But if Seattle is an auto fade team right now, which you do see those teams, especially in hockey, every year at points in the year, then once again, Florida not a lock, but a good bet. Big road favorite line for Florida. What do you think, Gogi?
Yeah, this Florida team, they're healthy, Pete. They're starting to finally play good hockey. And you can't say the same about Seattle, guys. They're Decord, They don't really have a strong goaltender right now. Grubauer, he might have seen his last few years, but his good years are behind him. What I'm trying to say, injuries too, guys, for Seattle: Schultz, Grubauer, Burakovsky, and Schwartz. Schwartz and Schultz there. That doesn't help their offense, even on defense there. 2 double-digit goal getters at home, 4 for the Florida Panthers. They've won 5 of the last 5 games too, guys. Florida have scored 3+ goals. It's tough, guys, because the issue I have here is just that they haven't won a game, Seattle, all month. They're 0-5, and they've been shut out twice this year, Pete. So I don't know if there is going to be goals in this game, to be honest. I don't know. Joey Decord, I don't think he's their answer. I would lean towards Florida, if anything, here, guys. It's just I'm not going to play it though. Bobrovsky's looked really good, actually. 4-1 his last 5 games, .939 save percentage, 1.61 goals against. This is when you want to bet on Florida, if anything, right now. Yeah. And you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to overthink this one, even though I hate the Panthers because they beat my Leafs last year. I'll take Florida Panthers money line, and I'm going to tie that. It's -157, but I'm going to tie it in with another game coming up, Pete.
Okay, sounds good. Comments here. Big Ragu likes Philly on the puck line, or maybe he doesn't like him. He's quoting that a stat for how Philly has done on the puck line this year. A lot of units up. Philly Eagle Flyer likes the Kraken +1.5 and under 6.5. And Chang Kim saying, hey, Loshak's college pick. I'm going to drop 100 on that to feel good today. All right, Chang King, I'll just tell you very quickly, Cincinnati's coming off the Xavier loss, so I'm thinking maybe Cincinnati first half might be good. I also kind of liked the Minnesota under, although Minnesota's banged up, but it's a low total and it's going down. But at 140, I like the under, maybe under in IUPUI Minnesota, maybe Cincinnati first half coming off the Xavier loss. And a few other things I'm kind of liking, but those are the first 2 that jump out at me. And then, once again, Oral Roberts getting a little bit disrespected, and maybe Oral Roberts first half plus a bunch of points at Texas Tech. But that's what I'm thinking. We'll get to that a little bit later. All right, Mr. Gokster, glance at the comment section. Nothing there, and we will move on. Okay, next game. Here we go. Tampa Bay, Vancouver. Vancouver is the spreadsheet play of the day from Ron Crawford. Now, this is very interesting. Whenever there's a game that I'm scratching my head on, I'm like, I'm going to pass on this one. Turns out that a play in that game is the spreadsheet play of the day. That's probably even stronger. Vancouver, a small favorite here. Tampa Bay, of course, beat Seattle in OT in their last game. They're winning now. Vasilevsky's back. He's playing well. Vancouver won their last game. In general, they're very 50-50 right now. So my notes on this one, seems like Tampa Bay is slightly better, hotter team right now, getting a slightly dog line. Vasilevsky's back. So I was leaning Tampa Bay. Not anymore, knowing that Vancouver is the spreadsheet play of the day. I was thinking about Vancouver team total under 3.5. Not anymore, knowing that Vancouver is a spreadsheet play of the day. I don't know. What's your take on this one, Gogi?
Well, the big issue, Pete, it's injuries. They're missing 2 of their top players possibly here. I'm trying to quickly here find out if they just called up Phil Myers, Mitchell Chaffee from Syracuse. Chaffee's been excellent. Blah 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 blah. It looks like there's going to be no Stamkos and no Hedman. They're both on the injury report, so that's their really top. They're just leaders of this team. Everyone knows hockey. Yeah. You know how big Hedman and Stamkos will be. So that'll definitely hurt this team's offense. Just all around game. Last 8 games, 6-8 to the under. No Hedman and Stamkos. I have here my notes. Would be huge. They go from 5 double-digit scores down to 3. And then looking at this Vancouver team, guys, they got 5 at home double-digit scores, and they have 3 that are in the 20s. So 3 players have already 20 points at home. So and only 1 player in the plus minus is in the minus at home for the Vancouver Canucks. So I'm not fading Vancouver at home, guys. They've had a lot of home games, it feels like, too. And if they're going to have no Stamkos and Hedman, and you got Suter, Susi, and Brisebois out for Vancouver. No big names there, in my opinion. Great numbers from Demko at home, 9-3, 925 save percentage. And then Vasilevsky, he's 2-2, coming off the hip surgery. He's got an 860 save percentage on the road, Pete. 379 goals against, 3.79 goals against as well. So not good numbers. If you're going to take out Hedman and Stamkos, I agree with Ronnie in that spreadsheet play of the day. I'm going to be on Vancouver. I got -122 on the money line there. I'll lock that in.
Yeah, what's your take on Vasilevsky right now? Because he's had some good games, some okay games, some good games. He pitched a shutout against Dallas at home. You're right that, but that was after he gave up 8 goals on the road, Dallas scored 8 goals on the road the game before. Is Vasilevsky still good, or what's your take on him in general right now?
He's not Vasilevsky when they won those 2 cups,
Okay.
almost 3 in a row. He's not coming off that injury, Pete, the hip surgery. That's not. I don't know how long it's going to take him to get back to where he is. This Tampa Bay team is. They should make the playoffs, but man, they got some problems. Not problems, but I would just agree with what you're kind of saying, Pete. Vasilevsky, well, he's not the same goalie as he was. And then looking at this Vancouver team, that guys, they're bet on. They're going to make the playoffs, and I actually think this team can go farther than people think. So I have to take. I'm just surprised why the books. They've been marking this Vancouver team so low. I guess they don't believe in them, but like minus 122, and they're going to take out your top 2 players. They're 13 and 16. You got Demko with really strong numbers at home. I'm surprised this number's as low as it is, but I'll take Vancouver still.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Capping the Cappers, listening to everything. Bunch of plays I probably should take, but one I'll chuck on right now, Mr. Gokster. Current line at Pinnacle. Tampa Bay Lightning, team total under 2.5 plus 144.
Yeah,
not bad, right?
Yeah, love it. Capping the capper, man.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
What you do, you cap the capper. You've been doing that for freaking since I've been gambling, Pete. So it's that's probably a good play. We should have a record too of like what Pete's capping the capper record is.
I mean, really, you should be
over 80%.
I mean, really, you should have a record of everything that you say and what the results are, and have your spreadsheet tracking it all. And probably in 2023, that's relatively easy. Just have a freaking recorder recording every single thing that comes out of your mouth. Have an AI thing transposing it and transcribing it and analyzing it. But we don't have that right now. We're doing it old school. We're doing it 2010 style here at pubsportsradio.com. Yeah, I'm also thinking about throwing on the no goal in the first period for Tampa Bay at plus 148, but fluky things can happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they can. I would maybe wait. I'm still going to bet it, but Hedman and Stamkos are day-to-day, so maybe they could be going, but I'm just seeing here in the last 2 hours, the Bullets have recalled 2 of those players that I said. So, and one of them, this Chaffee guy is a goal scorer, so we'll see how he does, but it looks like Stamkos, he's not going to be in.
Londo, who set us up with a bunch of plays, that's good to see because I'm kind of agreeing with all over the Leafs today. Okay, strong opinion from Londo liking the Leafs. I took the Rangers. Nutflush Allen says if Martin is confirmed in goal, look at Rangers team total over 3.5. But Londo liking the Leafs plus 145. All right, we'll see how that game turns out. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think it's going to be a goal fest in that game, guys. Like that's a dad's trip. Yeah, they're going to play for Jones, but they know they're going to need to put some goals behind Shesterkin if they're going to win this game. Like they don't want to just make Jones have to stand on his damn head. So I had the over 6 written down. I wouldn't be surprised if that hits, but yeah, let's keep her moving.
I hear you. All right. So I'm taking Tampa Bay team total under 2.5 plus 144. Next game on the card, Calgary and Vegas. Calgary, they're on a back-to-back. They lost at Colorado. They've now lost 4 or 5. Before that, they had been winning decently. And Vegas, they beat San Jose in a shootout, but San Jose was playing everyone tough. They've won 5 of 6. And I don't know. I'm thinking even as a big favorite here, it's just another good spot maybe to bet Vegas. Is Calgary, at some point they'll probably have a players-only meeting or a team meeting and turn things around, and maybe I'll be on them in that spot. But unless they had a team meeting last night that I don't know about, why would we not take Vegas here even as a big favorite?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Pete. Markstrom, he's out. Other than that, this team's healthy. They did the back-to-back. Wolf, I don't think he's ready yet, to be honest. Just looking at his numbers, he's had, 3 starts. Save percentage is 9 goals against his 3. He's just a really small goalie there, Pete. They only got 1 player double-digit scoring on the road, so they're not getting the scoring. That's compared to 3 at home, too. 6 at home for the Vegas. They got just more scoring depth. And then the question, though, I have, guys, is it going to be Adin Hill? If it's Adin Hill, it's going to be his first start since November 30th. And
he's expected.
He's expected. Yeah, he's been on my fantasy team, for Christ's sakes. Could have used him last week. They lost 2-1, though, against Calgary on the 27th. So, this under is kind of where I want to get to in this game, guys. I'm not going to get to the window, as we like to say, with this one, just because I don't know what I'm going to get from Wolf here. I still think he's he's wet behind the ears. The back-to-back, don't know what the Flames, they already don't score a lot. So maybe a Flames team total under here. Hill, how is he going to look here? I'm not too sure. Theodore's out. Martinez could be back, which helps on the DN for the Vegas Golden Knights. I would lean to maybe Calgary team total under 2.5 if it's no more than like minus 115, 120. That's kind of where I'd be looking. I don't see Calgary scoring a lot here.
All right. Well, I'm not going to overthink it too much. I'm going to take Vegas -1, minus 121, current line of Pinnacle. Vegas -1, minus 121. We'll glance at the comments. Go ahead.
I like it.
You like it? Yeah. Kelly McGinnis likes Vegas -1.5. Occupancy likes Vegas only -1. That's what I'm on. Philly Eagle Flyer likes Vegas team total over. And Philly Eagle Flyer, Vegas is my best bet today. There you go. BJ, Lakers money line, NBA best bet. Okay. I was thinking that Dallas, at least early, would be the play, but BJ, best bet, Vegas money line, copying and pasting that. There you go there. All right. Let's and again, there have been no significant line moves in any of these games that we've capped. If there were, I would highlight them. Next game, there has been a significant line move in the direction that you might think. Chicago, Edmonton, right? Edmonton, awesome, rolling, 7 straight wins. Chicago, crappy. Although they did win 2 games recently, which is kind of nice, but in general, a long run of losing. And Edmonton, first line I saw was like minus 410. Now they're up to minus 470. I am going to pass on this one, though it's extremely tempting to take Edmonton minus 1.5 at minus 178. No way I'm going to do that, though. Huge favorite here for Edmonton. Is this bettable?
What I'm doing here, this is going to be the addition with Florida money line. I'm going to trust the Panthers against Seattle, and I'm not going to overthink this. Donato's out to Nordy, Athanasiou Hall. They only have one player on the road that's double-digit scoring, and you can guess who that player is. Connor Bedard, 14 points, Pete, 16 points in 14 games. So he's got over a point a game on the road. Other than that, they got 5 players on the team that have 6 points, cap max. So they're not going to be able to score nearly as much. And this Edmonton team, they're the definition of Jekyll and Hyde. Like, they're hot and cold, and right now they are hot as fish oil. They're 4-4-1, 4-3-6-1, 3-1. They're just a bet on. I'm not going to overthink this one. I'm taking Edmonton in regulation. I'm going to tie that in, guys, with Florida. I'm going to have to pull that up here really quick, Pete. I'll get that for you in just a sec, Pete, but I'm going to add Edmonton regulation with the Florida Panthers money line. That's going to be the little 2-team banger for y'all today.
Sure. No, sounds good. Keep a yap as long as you need to, Mr. Gokster, because I'm right now trying to tail this CSGO play from Truth Teller. Guild Eagles, money line plus 132. 2 units starts in an hour. Thank you so much, Truth Teller. Let me try to bet this shit.
All right, I got a number here. It's going to be plus 111. Florida money line, Edmonton regulation, plus 111. Gotta love it.
Okay, great. That's awesome. Let me just hold on a second. Here you go.
What's the CS play? Are you going to tell me what is it?
Yeah, it's in the comment section. It's Guild Eagles. Guild Eagles getting disrespected by the market. Trying desperately to
2 units. 2 units.
Yeah, I can cap, make jokes, and listen and read the comment section all at once, but I can't do all those things and bet on esports at the same time. That's beyond my hosting capabilities, but that's all right. I'll get to it. We got an hour. I'll do it while you're analyzing the next game, Mr. Gokster. I'm going to pass on the Edmonton game, of course. All right, next game. It's an interesting one. Winnipeg and San Jose, right? Winnipeg, 2 straight wins, 4 wins in a row. Very impressive team right now, but San Jose on a road trip was absolutely getting wildly undervalued game in and game out. Even more than there's even more value betting on San Jose than there is betting on esports over the past week or so. 6 road games. They won 3 of them, all as a huge dog. We're not talking about 150, 180. We're talking about like plus 300. 2 of those games are 1-point losses, so you could have taken them plus 1.5 at a big dog line. And then the first game of the road trip, they got shut out. But wildly, majorly undervalued and disrespected by the market with San Jose. Now they're coming back home to face Winnipeg, who's been a good team, but Kyle Connor banged up. I think he's out, right? He was a big accident injury in his last game. I'm almost certain he's out for this one.
Oh,
so does that mean Winnipeg is going to be salty here, or does that mean that Winnipeg is going to be a little bit worn down and weary? And of course, then the other question is San Jose, fundamentally maybe not that awful of a team, or did something just fluky happen at this point in the year where every team was overlooking them and just looking past them on the road, and now they're back home and it's a different venue, and it's and now they're going back to sucking majorly. But once again, they're getting a huge dog line. First line I saw was in the plus 190s, and now let me see my computer, and now no real movement on this one. What do you think, Mr. Gokster?
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Just I didn't see it coming, Pete. I kept fading the Sharks team, and it kept screwing up the parlays last week. There, I don't know how they're going to keep doing it though. They have Hurdle's the only player that's double-digit scoring at home. Other than that, they're losing scoring depth. Declare's day-to-day, Eklund's day-to-day, Vlasic's day-to-day, Benning's out, Carpenter's day-to-day, and then Kunin's day-to-day. I don't know what the Sharks team. I don't know how the hell they're doing it. I really don't. Brossoit is going to be going in net in this game. He should have a good start here. They're giving him a shot against the Sharks. It's like, if you blow this against the Sharks, Brossoit, I don't know. I think he's been looking. His numbers have been good though. 3-1-1, 9-14, 237. I don't see him blowing this one. It's lost second highest point getter on the road. Yeah, we already talked about that with Connor. I think this is going to be a Winnipeg win, guys, but it's not going to be very high scoring. I don't expect there to be a lot of goals here in this game. I don't think so, Pete. Blackwood, I don't mind his numbers. He's save percentage is above 900 at home. And also, guys, Winnipeg's got a back-to-back at LA. They're playing a strong LA team, so that's why they got Brossoit going tonight. They're going to have Hellebuck go tomorrow against a top playoff team in LA. So I don't think missing their top goal scorer too and Connor, they still have enough depth, I think, the Jets here to beat this Winnipeg team, especially when the San Jose coming off that long road trip and playing above what I expected them to do. So give me Winnipeg money line and the under 6.5, Pete. It's going to be at -1, or sorry, under 7.5 at minus 105. That's kind of where I'm.
No shit. No shit. Wow. See, that makes me very nervous. My sense is that, like if Winnipeg was a salty, healthy team, I would agree with that. But they're maybe a little bit banged up, maybe a little bit weary. San Jose on their first game back is not a great spot, but a shitty team, maybe they do. I don't know, man. You think San Jose is really just a piece of shit team, huh?
I didn't think they were that good, Pete. I'll bring up their line. I'm looking at Winnipeg right now, and they got Adam Lowry third line with Niederreiter, Appleton, and then all follows on the fourth. I don't mind that with Barron. They're just, I don't see how the hell. You got Hurdle, Eklund. There's also injuries I brought up earlier, guys. Duclair, Eklund, Vlasic, Kunin, and Carpenter. Who else the hell? Who do they have? They're going to call up San Jose Barracuda, which is not going to be the answer. This team I thought was the worst team in the NHL coming in. I'm still going to kind of hold that flame. So give me the Jets here on the money line. They're going to rally. I still think without Connor, they'll still rally here, Pete. The penalty kill is pretty poor, though, for both these teams, 70 and 72%. Still, I'm going to fade these Sharks. I hate the Sharks. I love the SAP, but I'm fading the Sharks here. Winnipeg, money line under 7.5, minus 105. That's
okay. Sounds good. Huge shout out to Truth Teller. I just took Guild Eagles. I only got plus 107, but that's the difference between someone like him and someone like me. He gets the better line. He deserves it. I'm happy to tail at the worst line. Maybe I should bet both maps, map 1 and map 2 at dog lines as well. Maybe I'll do that. I'll fucking do that. Map 1 and map 2. Yeah, that's pretty tempting. All right, that does it for. Let's quickly glance the comment section to see if anyone. Let's see. Saturated says, "Who's worse than my Blackhawks?" Yeah, I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just Chicago is poor. Sorry, go ahead, Pete.
Right. No, I'm just looking at this. Man, I'm just thinking that the Sharks. You know what? I'm going to take the Sharks first period. I think it probably carries over. I think they've got some life to them. I'm just going to take a shot with it. It's such a big dog line. San Jose first period plus 157. I'm going to try to shock the world with a winning call on San Jose first period money line at plus 157. That's another official play for me. All right, that does it for the NHL card. Gogi, let's go over all our official picks. I got a lot of picks here. Hopefully it'll be okay. Rangers -1, -105. I took that one. Some people agreeing with that. Londo loves Toronto though, and Mr. Gokster likes over. And Nutflush Allen endorsed the play on the Rangers team total over, but not a play on the Rangers. So that might have been a mistake there. Rangers -1, -105. Carolina first period -124, and the first period over in that game -136. Arizona first period +140, and the full game under in that one, 6 -106. St. Louis -140, and the under in that game, 6.5 -103. Philly, Nashville, full game under, 6.5 -132. Tampa Bay, team total under, 2.5 +144. That might be the best play of the card right there, +144. Going along, of course, with Ron Crawford saying Vancouver is the spreadsheet play of the day. I also took Vegas -1, -121, and San Jose first period money line +157. Mr. Gokster, review all your official plays, please.
Alrighty, so we got Carolina, Ottawa, first period, both teams to score +150, along with both teams to score 3 goals in that game at +155. Then we're going to the Flyers, Predators, first period under 1.5 +105, along with the Red Wings, Blues, first period under 1.5 +120. I'm on everyone here too. We're taking Vancouver. I love Pete's team to under on the Lightning, but I'm on Vancouver money line -122. Laid off the Flames, Golden Knights. We're on Florida money line and Edmonton regulation +112. And then to close things out, we're on the Jets. I just hate the Sharks team because they've cost me so much money. So I want to beat the Sharks here, which could hopefully doesn't bite me in the ass, but it could. I don't think it is. Give me the Jets guys money line in the under 7.5 -105.
Okay, sounds good. Some comments coming in. Let's review it. Jimmy Gomez, have a great day. I'm out taking moms out for shopping. Shout out to you, Jimmy Gomez. Look at what a
day, brother.
What a guy. Shout out to Jimmy Gomez. Let me see. Jimmy Gomez took a shot with San Jose +180. MMA locker room. Guess my comments don't show up. Yeah, no, MMA locker room. Have you made any? Oh, Bedard. Yeah, over 2.5 shots on goal. No, absolutely. Your comments do.
I got bit on the ass on that last week, Pete. I got 3.5 on Bedard. What's he get? 3. So the 2.5 -1, whatever, 50, 140. He's the only guy that can do anything.
Is his shots on goal line really just 2.5? How can that does seem like how can that be?
What's the number, right? Like that, yeah. I would take that because they don't have much, and you got Bedard going up against Mr. Hockey here, not Mr. Hockey, but Mick Jesus, we like to call him there. So it's going to be expect Bedard's best game.
Yeah, you remember when he came up, like his first 8 or 10 games, the shots on goal prop was like just way too low every single game. Yep. That seems like it as well. Yeah, huge shout out to MA Locker Room. Yeah, I should have seen that comment.
2.5 -150. Yeah. I mean, I don't see how you don't take that.
Yeah. Why is it so low though? Yeah. Huge. Yeah. A lot of times the shit you don't see in life is the most valuable shit. No. The most valuable shit is the CS:GO pick, and I did see that. But the second most valuable pick in this whole thing might have been the Bedard over 2.5 shots on goal. Other comments here. Jones confirmed for Toronto. Great. Chris Mack likes the Rangers team total over and Detroit team total under. Yeah, Detroit team total under is tempting. Nutflush Allen says, just think about the sleepy town of San Jose, how exciting it must be to play in. Not. Yeah. But I'm thinking Nutflush Allen, first period back after having such a, lively road trip, and you got Winnipeg a little bit banged up and maybe a little bit pissed off and weary they had a fight in their last game, didn't they? And you're getting such a big dog line. All right, that might be a loss. I'm not taking San Jose full game, but I did take them first period.
You can get the push.
But yeah, I guess that was a fun segment. I hope that overall our picks wind up at least up half a unit, if not up 5 units. That was great. Mr. Gokster, have a great week. And we'll see you again next week, right, Gogi?
Yeah, we'll see you again next Tuesday. And check me out, guys. Eagle47_ on Twitter. That's where I'll tweet out all my picks. And you can see I got golf stuff. I got a bunch more sports betting content you guys can find there. So that's where you can find me. And Pete, we'll see you next Tuesday, brother.
See you next week. Jose, is Connor Mack not here yet?
No, he'll be here in a minute.
He'll be here in a minute. All right, we can talk a little bit. Jose Bouquet, you're only 8 or 10 years out of high school. What's your take on esports betting? Do you ever look into it? I'm sure you have some friends who are into it, right?
No, actually, I don't know what CS:GO is, even a little bit. I do have one friend.
He's doing shtick here. He's doing shtick here.
Yeah, I
No?
do have one. I don't know. I only have one friend that I know. He bet on Overwatch, and one of that one friend was a part of the now defunct Cake Pop podcast that got me canceled once upon a time.
Markel says, "What the fuck? Skipped over comment." No. And Nutflush Out says, "Yes, Pete. Jets won't be really excited to play tonight." Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about. Right. I thought he was saying that San Jose would not be excited to play in there. He's saying Winnipeg would. Yeah, it seems that way to me, Nutflush. And there you go. I read Nutflush Allen's comment, assuming he was saying don't take San Jose, but I was going to trust myself and take San Jose first period anyway. Turns out San Jose was that Nutflush was agreeing with what I was saying. Let's see other comments here. Comments coming in. All right. Let's see. So we're waiting for Connor Mack. EQ says the Penguins burned me. Yeah, they burned a lot of people this year. I have stayed off them for the most. I don't think I've bet too many of their games on or against them. But yeah, it feels like until further notice, this is not something that's going to get corrected because the depth isn't mattering. It seems like the veterans are maybe they've jumped the shark or whatever, the tipping point of where they can't compete with mediocre NHL teams. So yeah, feels like Pittsburgh is going to be continue to be a fade. Yeah, that Detroit. How come I didn't think of that? Detroit, that team total under. Yeah. I mean, I did take St. Louis and the under, so that means that I should like the Detroit team total under more than either of those, which I probably do, and I'm sure I'll bet it. But I don't quite want to triple up on that game just because, again, St. Louis isn't great, and the guys coming up for Detroit, as we talked about, are experienced and not terrible. So it could be Detroit could bounce back. All right, let's see.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Our next guest is ready for us, so we can bring him on here in a second. But I'd love to know, Pete, is this, what's the power ranking of people you're excited to see at Pubapalooza? Obviously, Ragu seems like number one. Is this next guy on the top five? Am I in the top 25? I'm just wondering, who are you excited to see?
Are there even going to be 25 people there? So, I mean, if there's going to be fewer than 25 people there, you're automatically top 25. No, I'd have to see the list and then do you'd never ask some NHL capper to just give power rankings off the top of his head, or, you got to see the list, think about each team, make a note or two, and then give your informed, valuable opinions. Who's going to be there? I'm happy to see everyone. I'll say Big Ragu. There's no way he's not top three. No way. He could be number one, but there's no way he's not top three. I'll say that.
Well, I'll tell you, next guy is on my top three, Mr. Peter Loshak. It's one Connor Mack picks. Connor, hello. How nice to see you.
Appreciate that, Jose. And I'm just happy, I'm just happy to make the list. So just to be in your presence, Pete, is I'm there. And I got to second that with Ragu. He's top for me as well.
Absolutely. No, and Connor Mack, of course, at Pubapalooza, he had a camouflage hoop-banging hat. I had a black one. It didn't really fit either of us. I would have just been like, well, this is life. You just deal with it and move on. We traded hats. It was awesome. I love mine. He loves his. It was great. It was great hanging out with you. So fun as hell hanging out with Connor Mack at the racetrack. I bought all you guys whatever snacks I could, fish, sticks, whatever the hell they had there. It was a fun day, fun as hell day. And I hope we do it again, right? Remember that?
I want to keep running hot though. The ponies were decent there to start a couple, but it was all right, Dan. It wasn't too bad. I was trying to win for you, Pete. Though I was trying to get every race I could. And by the way, the camouflage hat, real quick, I just remembered you with the vest. The camo vest. That's why I was like, this is Pete. Like I'm the black hat. I was like, I got to switch hats with this guy. This is Pete.
Yeah. Point is, Pubapalooza was so much fun that I forget about things that were fun that happened and days that were fun and everything. So we're going to do it again in March. Everyone come down. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I've already bought my ticket. And all right, let's get into NBA. You ready, Connor Mack? We start with NBA?
Let's do it. All
right, let's glance at the comments section. Nutflush Allen making Kramer jokes at me again. All right, we'll do that. Huge shout out to Nutflush Allen. Nutflush Allen, always in top 3 of any list of people that I want to see anywhere. I don't know if Nutflush is coming to Publipalooza, but it's going to be.
I
wish
I could have saw him this weekend. He was in Vegas. I got some busy stuff.
Nutflush Allen, literally, Nutflush Allen made a comment the first time I ever met him. That's one of the top 5 comments everyone's ever given me in my life. And as down as I ever get, I think of that comment, and it immediately cheers me up at least a little bit. Huge shout out to Nutflush Allen. All right,
hell yeah.
NBA. Let's start with it. I don't know, man. I'm doing okay in NBA usually because I wait close to tip off. I do halftime stuff, and mostly I tail people that I trust who know this shit a lot better than I do. Cleveland-Boston is the first game. Cleveland's on a back-to-back. They lost at Orlando. I had Orlando last night, not because I capped it and knew what was going on, but because people who I trust were on it, and I tailed them. Cleveland's been an under-trending team. Boston beat the Knicks in their last game, high scoring. They're off of long rest. The Cavs had a lead last night, but they collapsed. No idea as of now what to make of this. My own personal capping, which I wouldn't put too much into, would be like probably, after the collapse, Cleveland first quarter maybe, but I have no idea. What's your take on this one, Connor?
Yeah, Cavs. Yesterday you talked about having that lead. Gotten a big number here. It still looks like we got no LeVert, no Mobley, but question marks. We got, with the NBA, you got to wait and see. Like you said, this is the one where I think I'm going to have a better 2 here, still early, Pete, but I like to wait as well with all this stuff that goes on. Boston's been playing well. They've been on this long homestand. What is this? They at Indiana. Before the last 5, basically at home. They came right back home. Then they're here. This is a big number. This seems like there's just Celtics at home. Maybe the first half lay the points, but this is stretched out too far where I don't want to lay the points. Cavs have had success the last couple of years against this Celtics team, even if they're banged up. This is one in the end I couldn't bet. I don't want the favorite here. I don't love how the Cavs have been playing. It hasn't been awful, but I don't want them with the injury, so I was off.
Yeah. I mean, if you gave me a free play on this one, sure, I'd chuck it on Cavs first quarter. I mean, yeah. Whatever it is, but I am not. I might be on that by tip, depending on what I see from other people, but I'm not going to bet it myself as yet, and I'm not going to give it as official play as well. Not much line movement here. Up to 10 on the overnight now. It's up to 10.5. Total is down about a point, which does make sense, though. I mean, Cleveland has been an under-trending team, and I know the Boston's last team was high-scoring, but in general, we like them defensively, don't we?
Yeah. They've been very good, especially at home, and obviously very efficient. The Celtics, especially in these home games the last week or 2.
All right, hold on. I just want to bet both maps in the Aurora Gaming Guild Eagles game in a matchup right here in CS:GO.
Okay.
Let me put that. Place bet. Okay, that's it. I'm going to bet size appropriately in this CS:GO game, even though I would like to not. You know what I'm talking about, right? Did you hear that part? What?
I heard it. That side appropriate.
Guild Eagles with revenge in good form and everything. All right, next game is the Lakers-Dallas game. Now, Lakers, of course, pounded Indy. They won the tournament, covered 4 in a row now. All 4 of those games went under. Dallas on a back-to-back. They beat Memphis yesterday. 3 straight wins and covers, 4 straight overs for Dallas. Kyrie Irving was out last game for Dallas. I'm not sure what he's going to be doing here. I don't know. I was thinking, got to think Dallas after the Lakers off the tourney win, but I forgot who it was, said he loves Dallas money. Oh, it was Londo, I think. No, I can't remember who said that he loves the Lakers here money line, and someone else, I forgot who it was, said that he likes Dallas early first quarter. Got to think Dallas first quarter is worth a look, right?
Definitely. Shout out to Kent Davis. I am on that game.
Okay.
And on that team. We'll get to them later, just with this comment. Yeah, Lakers off the championship. Big party here in Vegas. Obviously, Davis, LeBron played pretty big minutes. I think Anthony Davis played over 40 minutes. They're questionable. I think they go, though. Here, you talked about Irving with the heel. Hardaway's, going to be out with the back. These are weights. Just got to wait and see. But even with the back-to-back, I like the Mavs here. And the Lakers, this line's moved from 1.5 to 2 to 2.5 for the Lakers, Pete. I don't really want them. I guess it's a little revenge. I was on this game, just got the cover. I had the Mavs 2.5 in LA, 104-101 I believe that was 2 weeks ago, November 22nd. And Mavs have kind of beat up on the Lakers 8 of 10. And as much as the Mavs have been an over team all year long, 16-6, this series has been a dead under, really. 4 straight, 8 of 10, just low scoring. I don't know what we get on the total. We got a high one. Mavs usually play up a little up tempo, a little sloppy defense, so it can get over. When they play the Lakers, they've been under. So total wise, I'd lean under. But I'm with you. I was just kind of waiting on this news, and maybe this goes even a 3. I got to take the Mavs, even with the back-to-back here at home. Luke is in. That's fine with me. Lively, a few others.
I was leaning under as well. All right, I'll make 2 picks official as of right now. Pinnacle lines, Mavs first quarter plus a half minus 104, and Mavs first half plus 1 minus 103. Those will be 2 official plays. I was definitely leaning under with you as well. And the total has gotten bet down a teeny bit. First line I saw was 234. Now it's down to 233 and a half.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe I should trust myself. And you know what? I think I will. That's what we're going to do these days, even with the Mavs do often play like super high-paced games, but I'm going to take the under. Current line at Pinnacle, 233 and a half minus 110. So I have 3 official plays on this one. Lakers, Dallas, under 233 and a half minus 110. We'll see how it turns out. We'll glance at the comments section. What do we got here? Truth Teller says, I don't think the championship matters, but the Mavs can still win. Does it? I have no idea what matters to these. If there's one thing I don't know in life,
I don't know.
I know more about I feel like I know more about the mysteries of the cosmos than I know about what matters to NBA players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like what some of the NBA players said, like Anthony Davis. Like, I can get my kids more Christmas gifts. Well, like the guy makes $40 million a year, $500,000. Like, it's just like some of the comments are pretty funny with those guys.
I feel like I have a better grasp on the nature of consciousness than the what matters to NBA players. Jeez. All right. Markel says, I knew everybody would bet Mavs, but I beg to differ. Yeah, I'm only on them first quarter, first half, not full game, and I'm going to take the under. BJ. Okay. BJ is big on the Lakers money line. Thank you, Coin. I mean, it makes sense. But
they're hot. How can you? I mean, if you want to look the other side, Lakers just are winning. They won this championship little thing. I mean, they're playing good basketball, so you can look at it that way. But on the road, not them laying points, even with them playing better basketball.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Oh, I see the comment you were talking about from Kent Davies. Only interesting betting action I've seen is on Golden State Phoenix. 78% of tickets on Phoenix, but line is sticking and money line moving towards Golden State. Yeah, that's an interesting game, and my personal lean was towards Golden State as well. We'll talk about that in a second. Markel says Celtics, baby Celtics, and Saturated says no Mobley. Give me Celtics team total over at home. Oof. All right, maybe that might be a good play there. But let's move on. Denver, Chicago. I don't know, man. Denver's on a back-to-back. They won at Atlanta yesterday. High-scoring game. They've been losing before that. And, they almost blew the lead yesterday, but then they pulled it out. Chicago also on a back-to-back. OT at Milwaukee. I was all over Milwaukee first half yesterday, which cashed. Then it went to OT. Not because I'm so smart, but because I was just tailing someone else who said, take Milwaukee first half. I did it. It cashed. And then, of course, the game went to OT. So now Chicago lost straight up, but they've won 5 in a row, ATS. Big overtrender recently as well. And I don't know, I guess at this line, I would be leaning Chicago, right? They're both on back-to-backs. I know Chicago's off of an OT, but is Denver the kind of team that makes you feel comfortable laying this many points on the road? Maybe so. I know that Caruso is, probably, he was out last game. I think he's banged up. Still be leaning Bulls here, plus all these points. What do you think, Connor?
Yeah, do I want to go back to it? And that you played it perfect yesterday, yeah. Pete. The Bucks first half, I went full game with the Bulls. I thought it was too many. They had won 4 straight. I thought that was a ton of points. They came back. That game goes to OT. They've just been playing a lot better basketball. Now back at home, you talked about both teams on a back-to-back. Nuggets just took care of business. The Hawks are just awful right now. It's their team playing horrible basketball. The classic here, 7.5, line 8. I'm leaning the Bulls again.
You're right.
I just think they're playing really well, even with the back-to-back. I talked about it last week with our guy Pimp Slap a few players getting more minutes. Now his props have gone up, and his props aren't even on here this morning when I was looking. Was Kobe White. The guy's he's getting like over 40 minutes a game. He scored 33 last night. He's just taking a ton of shots. So I just don't know what his props are. They had it off, but I've been cashing with that all last week since no Levine, and they seem without him. It's they're a little more free here. He playing better and at home. So I leaned heavy. I don't know if I back to the well 2 games in a row in a Bulls team. I hadn't bet until probably 10 days ago, maybe for the first time, because that's how bad they were to start the year. But they've been making money lately, and the Nuggets kind of floundering. I mean, they're still 15-9. They're 9-15 against the number. I'm leaning to the Bulls again.
Yeah, and in the meantime, the line is headed in Denver's favor. As we've been talking, the line is headed up. It's now 8. It's now up to 8. But you know what? Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I don't know. I guess it makes me nervous, but as of right now, what the hell? I'll make it an official play. I'll take the 8 plus 8 minus 106. Current line at Pinnacle. We'll see where this line closes. It's possible it could come back down. Right now, plus 8 minus 106. Full game on the Bulls. I'll take that. A shot with it. I think it's probably a decent play. Yeah, Denver just doesn't look reliable as a big favorite, especially on the road. And the Bulls look kind of scrappy. And I think the OT game is probably okay, right? Do we care about that? That their guys played all those minutes?
Yeah, it could catch
DeRozan.
up. I go full game though. I like the full game better. Maybe they get out. Nuggets get out to a little bigger lead in the first half.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll take it. All right, let's see. Ian Schraber, I'm on the 8, on the plus 8. Andrew G says, I can't stand watching the NBA anymore. I haven't watched the NBA since like fucking 1985. I mean, no, it was okay in the 90s. It was cool in the 90s, but I don't really watch it either. Let's see. Only games I'd bet is Celtics. Woo Rizza. Only games I'd bet is Celtics minus 10.5, Bulls plus 8, Mavs first half. Yeah. Wow. Maybe Celtics.
Pete, where'd you get that 8? Where'd you get that 8?
What?
Where'd you get that 8 at?
Anywhere you want. It's market number right now, pal.
I see a lot of 7.5s. I'm just trying to find.
I'm seeing at Pinnacle. I'm seeing plus 8 minus 106, and so Pinnacle moves there. The other places will move. I'm assuming that it's a market number now, but right now Pinnacle is plus 8 minus 106, and I'm taking that as an official play. Let's look at the other comment sections here. Let's see. Celtic, Nasty Nate, Celtics smash. True Teller, I think the Bulls win. Okay. All right, now let's move on. Here we go. Golden State Phoenix. This is a game, right? Golden State lost at OKC in OT 4 days ago. They've covered 4 of 5. They were bad ATS before that. And Phoenix lost to Sacramento, right? 5 straight ATS losses. They're not winning those games straight up either. Before that, they've been winning and covering. And now, supposedly, Beal, Durant, and Booker are all going to be playing together. Is that correct? Is that you're under that impression, Mr. Ghost, Connor Mack?
Durant's questionable and Beal's probable. I don't know if they get
it. And then on the other side, we have Golden State, who is once again struggling on the road. This happened last year. They weren't good on the road. This year, they're kind of struggling again. But adding it all up, I would definitely be leaning Golden State, but that was just a lean. That was just my thought. No money on it. I just put it in my notes. And based on the market action so far, maybe that is the right way to go. What do you think, Connor Mack?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. One thing with Golden State, I didn't play it, their last game against the Thunder. It was like 2.5. They lost by 2. Mm-hmm. They got the cover.
Yeah.
Some of their trading wins and losses, games have been close. We've talked about it on here the last few weeks. Golden State's played a little bit better on the road. The record really doesn't show it. This team's 500. Phoenix going through their things. The last good win was this kind of Golden State at home. Steve Kerr, I saw these tweets bitching about the techno music, and it's pretty funny in the arena there. I think this is a big game. I want to wait on those. I'm pretty strong here, Golden State. Plus the 3.5. I'd like to hear. I don't know if Beal's supposed to be going the last game or two, and I don't know if Durant plays. So those are big questions. But I'm strong here to Golden State.
Yeah, and I was thinking, I don't know, man. And I was also thinking maybe a shot with the under. But here you go. Woo Rizza leans over 234.5. Coin leans under. Oh wait, oh no, that's that's a Phoenix game under 234. What a crazy game.
Klay Thompson. He's sick. He looks like he's gonna play. We just have the NBA question mark.
I would love to take Golden State here, but I'm not going to take it. If someone I trust, a few people I trust with the NBA tell me to take one side or another, I'll take a shot with it. As of right now, it's going to be a path, but definitely leaning Golden State, and the market movement does seem to indicate that way. Not much movement on the side, though, but again, a lot of bets coming in on Phoenix. All right, last game on the card, Sacramento Clippers. Sacramento on a back-to-back. They pounded the Nets yesterday. I was huge on the Nets yesterday. Again, not because I'm personally stupid, but because someone I trusted told me to do it, and I trust them. Clips on a back-to-back. They beat Portland but lost ATS. That game went way over, but the Clippers have been a big under-trending team for a bunch of weeks now, right? Most of their games are going under before the game last night. I don't know about this one. I was thinking maybe a shot with the under, maybe the shooting numbers for the Clippers from last night, a little bit fluky. Aside from that, I don't know what to make of this. No play for me as of right now.
Yeah, here we go. I was just kind of waiting to start putting my money on the Clippers, but now they at least started to win, Pete. You know, they won 4 in a row. They just started to gel this team a little bit. Kind of coasted to that win last night by 5 versus Portland. Portland got the cover. Kings got the win too last night. They're on the back-to-back against the Nets, like you talked about. You know, one thing, Clippers have been playing good basketball, which I still don't want them laying the points with them on this back-to-back. I lean to the Kings in the 3. They've had no problem the last few years. Same group of guys, obviously, going to LA and playing this Clippers team. And even with the back-to-back, I like them here. So I was leaning to the Kings pretty strong here at +3.
Yeah.
Since I got to wait, Pete, with Golden State on that injury stuff, I'll pull the trigger with the Bulls with the 8. So
Okay.
I'm on that.
8 minus 1. I'm sorry?
Yeah. Give me the 8.
Okay. And let me just ask you, and if you don't have an answer, I wouldn't expect you to have an answer for this. There probably is no answer for it. But the Clippers, big under-trending team for a while, but now maybe things are gelling for them with all the players. And now are they going to be more of an offensive, capable, quality offensive team, and maybe we won't be thinking under or nothing with them?
I still like the under with them. Like, I think they have to play deep, like a game like Portland as a matter. But look at the Denver game, Golden State, even 113, 112, that gets under this number. The Kings can just get up and down and get an over quick, obviously, with them. But they've played to more unders this year a little bit. It's still an over team, but, at times a bad shooting night. I lean under, but this could get out of hand, and I could see points.
It could, right?
I definitely lean under. I lean under.
What's your take on Sacramento? Because I'm an inch away from making a shock-the-world pick and give the under as an official play here. What's your take on Sacramento?
I'd rather
look at them. Go ahead.
I'd rather have them here. Younger legs. I'm a huge Fox guy. I love this team. Sabonis.
Yeah,
I'd rather be on the 3 here, but I'd rather be on the 3 than lay it with the Clippers. Even with the Clippers playing well, this is a wait for me until I'm ready to put my cash on them. Even laying home a back-to-back with these guys, So
Woo Rizza says, where are you guys finding a +8? Pinnacle is +8, so I'm assuming that other places will follow very, very quickly with an 8. Let's see. Comments here. Londo with an NFL future bet. Cowboys +700. Okay. Let's see.
Cowboys.
Oh, and EQ says, I wouldn't be quick to get an 8 with the Bulls since they usually give up the lead first half. Yeah, maybe wait and then take them second half at a much better number. Excellent point, EQ. BJ says, Kings are the play. Pretty clear market movement to them. I see they opened at 5 yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Kings probably are the play, but again, go ahead.
It's them or pass, I think.
And Woo Rizza says Clippers not going to try to run with the Kings. Under or no play.
Oh, no.
All right. I'm going to make that official. I'm going to make it official. Sacramento, LA Clippers, under, current line Pinnacle, 234.5 minus 113. I'll take that one under 234.5 minus 113. And that is, let's see. Yeah. I'll make that an official play. If it loses, okay. That's fine. little bit.
It's not though, Pete.
Yeah.
Pete, it's not.
Yeah.
You're
Not
winning.
fine.
You're winning.
Yeah, it's going to win. I think he's going to win. I mean, an under with Sacramento makes me nervous. But okay, let's look at the other comments here and see if there's anything we missed. Kong's clips talking about beards out like James Harden. Yeah, I'll grow anything for a laugh. For one laugh, I will do anything facial hairstyle with my facial hair. All right, let's see. I'll grow it like Harden. All right, that's it for NBA. Let's quickly review our official NBA plays. Connor Mack, I took the Mavs first quarter plus a half -104 and first half +1 -103. I can understand why people are saying everyone's on the Mavs. That means take the Lakers. Certainly makes a lot of sense. BJ loves the Lakers full game, which also makes sense. Mavs are on a back-to-back, but I'm taking those two plays. Lakers Dallas under 233.5 -110. That's an official play. Bulls +8 -106. Great point made by EQ that they often start slow, so maybe wait and take them live when you get a much better number. And I'm going to take a shot with Sacramento Clippers under 234.5 -113. What are your official plays as of right now, Connor Mack?
Bulls +8. They got the 8. I was willing to take that for here, and the two weights. The Mavs here, we got 2.5s now everywhere. I kind of wait there on who's in and out. And I was close to this, but I'd rather hear everything with Golden State. Suns who's in and out, Beal, Durant. But I'm close to Golden State, Pete, moving on that. Yeah. I just need to wait on a few things. I'm pretty sure I'll be on that tonight.
Okay, sounds good. All right, now we got a modest, small relatively to most college basketball slates.
A little bit.
We can talk about this right now. College basketball. Anyone with any college basketball picks or questions, just post them in the comment section. I got a couple of plays I'm kind of liking. The first game I will identify here, Connor Mack, Bryant, Cincinnati. Cincinnati, of course, coming off the Xavier game, right? They lost. For people who don't know, that's a big rivalry, Cincinnati, Xavier. They tend to get their ass handed to them by Xavier. And Bryant, not that great. I think this is a get-back spot or a bounce-back spot for Cincinnati. It's a big line. I guess I do kind of like them full game, and I think I like them first half a little bit more. Could lose, but I think that Cincinnati is a decent play. First half a little high, 11.5 -113. I think I like it, though. What do you think, Connor Mack?
I kind of too. It's gotten out there here now a little bit. 20.5, 21 full game. You talk about first half. I don't mind that. Also the play I'd look at with Cincinnati, they've been really efficient offensively. I look to their team total. I mean, to see like a team like Bryant's, like Howard, some of these teams that they played, Eastern Washington, consistently get 86, 89, 90 points. I'd have to look at their team total. Even the full game over could get here at 153.5. But I was kind of, when I was going through that game, that's where I'd be on with Cincy, their team total.
That's what I was thinking as well. I like the first half over, the full game over, and I like the Cincinnati team total overs as well. I might add on some of those, but as an official play, I'll start off with Cincinnati first half -11.5 -113 current line at Pinnacle. But yeah, I like that. I think the team total overs are probably better plays. The current team total for Cincinnati at Pinnacle is 86.5. So that's a little up there, but Cincinnati's certainly capable of getting there. And I like the first half team total over as well. And you know what? I will add that one on as an official play. What the hell? Cincinnati team total over 86.5 -110, a little bit up there, but I think Cincinnati is motivated to win this game by a margin, not necessarily D up. And of course, as you said, Bryant gave up 100 to Xavier when they played them earlier this year. So I think that's probably a pretty decent play. All right, Connor Mack, what's a game you're liking on this card?
Yeah, let's go to one right here. The earliest tip, Pete. I had to make a play all this game. Monmouth, Seton Hall here. Seton Hall 5-4. Monmouth 5-4. Seton Hall hasn't looked great all year long. I don't really think they have the shooters on this team. I wanted to roll through. I was going through everything this morning, especially from three. Pete, 29%. Some of the offensive numbers have just been awful for them. Obviously, they're at home here against a team, Monmouth, not as good. Monmouth, I've been impressed a little bit. You know, they're 5-4. They can catch a beat down every once in a while when they play up to their competition. But I think they've been pretty good this year. You know, West Virginia, who's down, they lost by, 9, George Mason, beat Belmont. I think they can hang around. I think this is too many points in this game. I got 15 with Monmouth. I just don't believe in Seton Hall. I know they're at home. I don't trust them to score that much. So give me Monmouth, a team that could score to stay within the number.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Seton Hall, of course, has Monmouth's great ATS so far this year. Seton Hall, 5 straight ATS losses. They're coming off a loss to Rutgers, though, which is pretty embarrassing. Obviously, it's an in-state rival. I'm just a little bit nervous about this one because Seton Hall, they're just not that good, I don't think. But if there's a game where they're going to be salty, this is it. And Monmouth has been great ATS. I think their shooting numbers are a little bit inflated. I mean, they're better. They've shot better than they actually are. And I think there's probably some shooting regression for Monmouth. But then again, that's a massive line. How can Seton Hall be this big of a favorite? So it's a tough one. I'm gonna pass on this one. Let's glance at the comments section to see if Wu Rizza says they struggled to get a bucket against Rutgers. Rutgers D really pressured them. Yeah, Rizza says another in-state rivalry. Why wouldn't these kids get up to play Seton Hall? Yeah, they should. They should. Yeah, no, I would definitely be definitely Monmouth or nothing for me. It's just that I think Seton Hall should be pissed. I kind of like the under maybe. Yeah, it's a tough one. I might have a bet on it. It's a tough one. Great points by Wu Rizza though. All right, let's see other games on the card. Let's see what else is interesting that I made a bet. Well, we can talk about it quickly. Minnesota IUPUI. I bet the under on this one, and the total is headed down. IUPUI is just terrible, but they're getting a lot of points here, and Minnesota is banged up. So I think it's probably going to be a relatively slow pace. Minnesota just get the win and get out. IUPUI has been awful ATS. Minnesota has been awesome ATS, but again, Minnesota banged up. I'm guessing IUPUI will kind of try hard here a little bit, maybe D up, maybe slow things down, and not a great edge, I don't think, but a solid one. And I took the under at 140 in the Minnesota game.
I like it because even in Minnesota, I don't think is great defensively, Pete. IUPUI is just that bad offensively. Yeah. This team is bottom of the barrel. Yeah. Anything you look at with them. So if this is where they can't break 60, it could be here against Minnesota. Sleepy game. They should just really kick their ass. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to make it as an official play. The line has moved. It's not 140. Pinnacle right now has 138.5 minus 113. Okay, I'll make that official as well. IUPUI Minnesota under 138.5 minus 113. Connor Mack, anything else that you're liking on today's card? Actually, tell me a game, then I'll give you my 2-second thing of what I think you like, and then you tell us.
Sorry, I cut out there. Tell me a game. What'd you say?
Tell me which game that the next game you want to talk about, but don't tell me what you like. I'll predict what you like.
Let's get to it. VMI Radford. In this game.
No clue. No clue.
You don't know no clue here?
No clue.
I was going through this a ton. VMI, has been very good. Their offense is very good. It scares me a little bit in this game. So they were for a team that, especially the last few years, is an over team, Pete, and they've had really huge totals, and they've been going under. I believe they're 6-2 to the under this year. Yeah, Radford, who's more slow it down, have been shooting crazy, scoring a ton of points, and they've been going over their totals. They're 7-2 to the over. I think they get plenty of points tonight. Does Radford? I think they get in the 80s. That's how bad VMI's defense is. VMI, I think, gets in the 60s. This has moved. I got 144. I took it. I took the over in this game. VMI Radford.
Yeah, it looks like it's headed up as of right now. Pinnacle right now has 144.5 minus 122. Doesn't Radford kind of play slow though?
They normally they do. They played quicker to start the year. These scores have been 82, 72, 79, 68, 82, 72, 82, 74. And they played some bad teams, kind of like VMI, in the game so far. And they're better at home.
All right.
I think they should score plenty.
Let me ask you about a game that I mentioned earlier in the show, and that is Oral Roberts Texas Tech. Now, Texas Tech, of course, has a big injury that's going to hurt them, presumably, unless who knows. A lot of times these, but Cambridge is a big injury for Texas Tech, and Oral Roberts. They're not a big team. They're not a deep team. but they often just hang around these kinds of games against teams like Texas Tech. I was thinking maybe Oral Roberts first half and maybe a shot with the under. Let's see where the total is right now. The total right now is 143, and the spread is 13. Maybe Oral Roberts full game is the better bet. I guess I'd be leaning full game and first half. It's just they're not very deep, and a shot with the under at 143. You got anything on that one?
I did. I had a star next to this one. I was going to see if you were going to talk about it. Was Oral Roberts. I thought they played pretty well for kind of the turnaround, the players that they have in. You talked about maybe not being so deep, but they've been good. Like even the losses to K-State, they beat Tulsa, which is not great, by 9. They lost to A&M by 8. And you talked about Cambridge. I mean, they got to learn to live without him. He's out. He's out for the year.
Yeah.
So it'll kind of be new for them here for Texas Tech. I get why you like it early. I like both. I kind of like full game as well. This is one I was kind of leaning to with the points of Oral Roberts.
Yeah. All right, I'll make some official plays here. I'll take the under 143 minus 112. Current line of Pinnacle 143 minus 112. Full game spread is 13. Juice to Oral Roberts, and the first half is 7. I'll probably have a bet on both of those. Let's see what the comment section has to say here. King Al asking about Baltimore and St. Peter's. We'll look at that in a second. Let me see. Comments here. Any questions? Just making sure we all right. I guess. I want to make should I take the first half or full game? Oral Roberts is pretty, they keep things. I'll just take the first half for now. First half +7 minus 107. That's another official play here, although probably the full game is good as well. But although Oral Roberts, again, they don't rotate that many guys. But I don't think Texas Tech is necessarily going to be going for a blowout here. They're adjusting to life without Cambridge. All right, Connor Mack, is there any other game that you particularly like on today's card? If so, tell me what it is. Don't tell me what you like, and I'll guess what you like.
No, you do one, P. I have one more. I wanted to look at something real quick.
Okay. There's nothing else I really like. There's some other stuff that I'm thinking about. I'll tell you what I'm thinking about. I'll just shout them out, catch all. Maryland, I know, has had some issues offensively, so I was thinking that this might be a game where they're trying to establish their offensive identity, and I was thinking maybe a shot with the over on that one at 144, sorry, or wherever it is. What's the total on that one? The Maryland game. What's the total on the Maryland game is right now? 142.5 or so. I was thinking about that. NC State is playing UT Martin, and of course, UT Martin is one of these teams a lot of times that just doesn't play defense. And you get high-scoring games, so I was thinking maybe and NC State's got an offensive guy back there. They might be improving offensively, so I was thinking maybe over or maybe more so the first half over in that one. Someone asked about UMBC and St. Peter's. I'm not sure about that one. I'll see if you have anything to say about it. Rest of the card, no, I mean, obviously Duke is playing. They're playing Hofstra. Hofstra not as good as they were last year. Duke finally off a big blowout win. I'm not sure what to think about that. I don't really have anything else that I want to bet or necessarily talk about. What's your take on the rest of the card, Connor Mack?
Yeah, let's go to the St. Peter's game for the question. One thing, had them the 14. I believe that was Friday. They got the cover there. That's where you want this team. Yeah. Even against Baltimore, you see, just laying points with St. Peter's, good luck. And that's why this has gone from 9 to 7.5. I wouldn't lay points with them. And it's not that I'm really rushing, to Baltimore and taking the points, but that's where I'd be. I'd take them. If I had a free bet, I'd take Baltimore in that game. I just stayed off the Duke. Hofstra, the shots drop. They could do it, but Duke at home, this could be a game where they could win by 20. But Hofstra could stay within the number. I'm just going to stay off in the end and nothing on that total.
One. My lean to that would definitely be to the under. It's 144.5 minus 118. I mean, I don't love it, but I am very sure that I like it a teeny bit. You know what I mean?
Okay. Other one.
I feel very confident that it's. I'm sorry.
Okay, no. If you like that, I get it. It's come down, or it's basically stayed here. 144. I see a 143.5. I
could put that. You know what? All right. I will. I think the edge is small, but I feel confident in the edge. So I'll throw that one on there as well. That could, of course, very easily lose by a mile. But I will take the under as an official play. 144.5 minus 118, current line at Pinnacle. 144.5 minus 118. Let's glance at the comment section to see if anyone has any other True Teller says plus 132, now plus 114 on that Guild Eagles line. Well, I got plus bringing 107. And I got some, I also took both maps, Truth Teller. Yeah. Anything else you want? Right. Shout out to Sharon Pulliam. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Ian, Andrew G, Truth Teller, North Ender, Robert Franklin, my dude. Shout out to
Robert Franklin likes the under in the UMass Lowell game against LIU. That one, my initial thought was maybe over. I mean, UMass Lowell is a pretty decent team coming off a loss to UMass. So I was thinking maybe they look for a blowout win and run up the score a little bit. But I can understand the under as well. LIU has had some in the past. They were a dead over team. This year they have had some, some games where the market and people I know said take the under, and they turned out to be right. So I could see that being, I don't know, that's going to be a pass for me, though.
I would take Long Island's team total under. Just stick with that. Mm-hmm. This team's struggling to score. You talked about years past, still up and down, but they're just not efficient, turnovers, and they just haven't been able to score. So I would just isolate that and go with the team total under.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I mean, I try to do that a lot. We did it last week with other teams, and especially with ones that are gonna work, especially with good defenses. I'm gonna get to this last game, Pete, just 1 second. But Kong's Clips goes, he has a question. Jeff Slaughter supply condoms at Palooza?
What's the question?
Man. He's wondering if Slaughter supplies condoms at Palooza. No, I think you got to bring your own.
Anything anyone has ever wanted has been supplied. I'm sure at some point there will be something.
I bet you if you ask Jeff, he'd do it. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, so it's a strange request, but I'm sure he'd get it for you.
I don't think it's a strange request at all. You got to wrap it up. There's a lot of shit that's not good out there. You know what I mean? You got to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I do.
All right.
Every time. So be like Pete. You know what I'm saying? If I do it, you should do it. Right? Every time. I don't let not one fail. You should do the same. Teaching everyone about condoms here at Pub Sports Radio. All right. Any other games you want to look at?
You hit 100% then with a condom wear.
Oh, yeah. I'm not perfect, but in some areas of life, I'm perfect. I wrap it up every time. Never failed. 100%, baby. And you should too. And anyone under the age of 18 who's watching right now, you should as well. Don't gamble.
Yes.
You wrap it up.
Yeah. Now,
that's what you really should do. True Teller's like, I stopped dating. I mean, that's the real shit that you should do. But I understand that for most people, that's just not something they're capable of. But yeah, if you're at that level, that's what you should do.
Let's get to a couple. There's 2 more games I think we can get to and we get out of here unless somebody has another question.
Kelly McGinnis is probably going to be a sausage fest. That's exactly when you most want to wrap it up, Kelly McGinnis. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're banging women, that's not good. But with banging guys is even more dangerous with that. So you really want to wrap it up if you're banging dudes. All right, so go on, Connor Mack.
Western Kentucky, Wright State. Wright State's here gone from 5 to 5.5. It's basically stopped. I'm interested a little bit in Western Kentucky. This is one I was going through this morning that I was going to go through last night. I don't trust Wright State. This team obviously can score, both these teams, but I really don't want to lay a number with them. 5.5. I looked to Western Kentucky. That was one that I had leaned here in this game. All right, Pete, last game.
Okay. I like North Ender's comment. Ayo! Shout out to North Ender. That's a North Ender.
This has already moved, Pete. Cal Baptist, Oregon, 140 to 137.5. This is the under for me. And it's this is one where I think the dog, and they've taken some love too. It's down to 11.5 and 12s. Cal Baptist, this Oregon team is not very good. Both these teams can't shoot it. They play pretty good defense. At 140, that was a steal if you got it. Even at 137.5, I'm going to look into it a little bit more. I'm looking at this under, and I think Cal Baptist can hang around. I have not been impressed with Oregon at all to start the year. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a really tough one. I mean, Baptist has not been good ATS, which is okay. Maybe they're a good bet in this one. Oregon has a lot of injuries and guys who are out that they were expecting. They've still kind of gotten it done anyway, and I just wasn't. Yeah, my note here is slightly Baptist, but they just haven't been good ATS, and I'm not sure what to think, really.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get here in the end. I already missed the under 2. We've already lost.
I mean, Cal Baptist, they haven't played a tough schedule, and they haven't done well ATS against that schedule. So that's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Both 6 and 2.
Go ahead.
Yeah, both 6 and 2. Oregon's played a little more up tempo, but Cal Baptist wants to slow this down. I think it's one I'm going to stay off in the end. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking under, but then I was like, no, I'm not doing any of that. All right, I guess we can. And True Teller says Guild Eagles best overall map. Oh, it's the best pick for map 1. Yeah, I bet them on map 1. All right, so official college plays for me. Connor Mack, Cincinnati first half -11.5 -113. Cincinnati team total over 86.5 -110. I should probably quadruple up on that and throw on the first half team total over for Cincinnati and just the first half over as well. But I guess I'll just stick with those two. The Minnesota game under 138.5. Texas Tech game under 143. Oral Roberts first half +7 -107. And the Duke game under 144.5 -118. What are your official plays as of right now, Connor Mack?
Monmouth +15. I think they can hang around, especially how bad Seton Hall is shooting it and how well Monmouth has been. We'll see if the shots don't drop tonight, but I got to take the 15 there. Over VMI Radford 144. I think even at 144.5, it's kind of moving a little bit. I think it's okay that game gets over. And 2 leans, Pete. I'm going to look at Western Kentucky more, and I like in that Oral Roberts as well. I just got to look a little bit more into that one, but +13. Those are the 2 that I might move on. That's it.
Yeah, and I would be leaning. Although, as we've been speaking, I don't know. Yeah, it was 13 juiced in Oral Roberts' favor. Now Pinnacle's back to 13, so that's interesting. All right, I guess we can wrap it up. Very good show. I got a whole bunch of official plays. I hope overall they turn out okay. Yeah, just glancing at kind of an ugly card actually. Kind of an ugly card. Let's look at some of the comments in the comments section, and then we'll wrap it up. I think I might have time to double up on the first map of Guild Eagle. True Teller saying that they're really okay. Let's see. All right, Connor Mack. I guess I should probably, for people who are tracking, review all my official plays on the card that I've given today. Once again, the NHL spreadsheet play of the day from Ron Crawford is Vancouver. I forgot who it was, but someone says best Lucas Almeida in UFC inside the distance at +165 is a good bet. BJ loves Lakers full game money line -125. Of course, Guild Eagles from Truth Teller. It still goes in about 5 minutes. He likes that one. He got +132. The line's coming down. All my official plays: Rangers -1, Carolina first period money line and the first period over. Arizona first period money line +140 and the full game under in that one at 6. St. Louis money line, Detroit and that game under 6.5 -103. Philly Nashville under 6.5 -132. Tampa Bay team total under 2.5 +144. That might be a great bet. Maybe that's best bet of the day. Vegas -1 and San Jose first period +157. NBA Mavs first quarter +0.5 and first half +1. The Mavs game under 233.5. Bulls +8. Clippers game under 234.5. And in college hoops again, Cincinnati first half, the team total over, Minnesota under, Texas Tech under, or Roberts first half +7, and the Duke game under. Oh man, what are you doing for bowls, Connor Mack? You got any bowl plays that you're really liking as of right now?
No, not in the early ones.
Not yet.
I don't. You know what? With bowls are the ultimate weight for me.
Yes.
It's even with some stuff that's gone on. Some of these have moved. Every year I wait literally longer, right until it goes with everything.
Bowls, yes. There's a lot of U-shaped line movement. A lot of times there will be like a big market move in one direction, and then close to game day, you'll see a big move in the other direction. And in general, of course, you will wind up with plays where you missed some of the value that you could have bet early. But I completely agree with you. I find that in general, with bowls in particular, it's that's just something I'm absolutely sure of. It's best to wait and close to kickoff, and even if you wind up losing a little bit of value, because a lot of times if there's something I'm betting close to kickoff, it's tailable even at the even after the move or multiple moves. So we'll see. First week of college football, that was not the case. I beat a ton of line moves in first week of college football and had a terrible first week. But I'm pretty confident in bowl season this year. Connor Mack, what are you doing this month with Ian Cameron and everyone? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we did round 1 yesterday. We'll do round 2, all the bigger games. So everything go Rose Bowl, all those big ones, and the final year here of the last 4. The semi. We'll do that next week, next Monday. Saturday college basketball. Me and Cab will be live. I don't know what game we're gonna do. I gotta look up what we want to schedule in that game. Hell yeah! Shout out to everyone. Pete is Santa.
God, I try.
Pete,
I do my best.
By the way, I saw you. Yeah. You're on a ton of NHL here today. God damn, you're not messing around.
I know. Some of the stuff I said, I felt you being like, oh yeah, I agree with that. Others, you were like, really? Okay, I'm not going to say anything, but really?
So you got Arizona, Pittsburgh. You grab a 6.5. Did you pay more money for that one?
No, I took the 6, and if it pushes, that's okay.
Oh, you got the 6. Oh, okay. I thought you said 6.5. Okay, it's 6.
Nah.
No. I love you firing off. I think it's great. Here, I'll get to mine so we can get out of here. Bulls plus 8. I wanted that 8. Had them last night. We're going back to it. I just got to take them out. They've been playing basketball right now. I'm waiting on the Mavs. A lot of Laker love, which I'm a little surprised with. We got to see who's in and out there. And I got the same with Golden State. I'm close with them. We got to hear Durant, Beal. Everyone's sick, not sick with Golden State. So I just got to wait on that. College basketball, Monmouth plus 15. Got to take these points over 144. Radford VMI. And I'm waiting on Oral Roberts, plus 13.
Okay. Sounds great. Saturated says that Lakers line is fishy. No, absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of people in this show liking Mavs, including myself, at least early. But other people saying, yeah, you guys are just being suckers. And I can understand their opinion. BJ loves the Lakers. Money line. Kong's Clip says, I'm heavy on Michigan to win the championship. King Al says, what was that play you said in hockey was the best play? Might be Tampa Bay. Team total under 2.5 at plus 144, which is in line with Ron Crawford saying Vancouver is the spreadsheet play of the day. It's Tampa Bay is suddenly having, issues scoring and with Demko in goal, getting a big dog line on the Tampa Bay team total under might be the play of the day. And Andrew G says, my head hurts. Sorry about that. But then he says, great show, Pete. So it hurts so good. Hell yeah. Here at Pub Sports Radio, we make our capping shows hurt so good. You'll get a headache from watching us, but you'll love it. And on that note,
I just heard Klay Thompson. Right? Real quick, Klay Thompson's all I heard was sick. It's not like that big a deal. I just heard he was sick.
Yeah.
That's all. It's not a crazy thing or anything. Lakers are 3, by the way. They're right. Everywhere it's 3, Pete.
We'll see. Shout out to Truth Teller. Thanks for the CSGO plays. Hit us up with as many as you got, Truth Teller. We always love it. Thanks to you, Connor Mack and Jose Bouquet. We'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Peace.